One of the biggest realizations that I feel like I've had recently is that you always think you're working so hard or you're doing so much until you go and you actually get to experience the standard at which someone else is working at, right? And this is why I think it's so important to expose yourself to people who are where you are to want to be, whether that's income level, whether that's whatever hobby you're trying to do, or whether that's you trying to become a better parent or partner. It's so important to expose yourself to people that you feel like you're doing it really, really well. Because what ends up happening is that you very, very quickly realize that you are not working as hard or doing the thing as hard as you thought you were. Because when you go and you expose yourself to this different standard, to this new standard, it really goes to show how little effort you're actually putting in to the thing that you are. And I'll give you a really, really good example. This, after I left my in-person job and I went to focus on my online coaching business 100%. I think the first 3 months, while I was working in person, I was posting on Instagram multiple times a day, right? Like probably closer to twice a day. After I dropped off, started to do just online and I wasn't really going into work, like my work capacity, the amount I was doing, went a lot lower, right? Like I was posting maybe like 4 or 5 times a week, which is some people that's a lot. In the internet world, that's not a lot. And then like I'm like, yo, why are things so slow? I'm like, oh, it's summertime, oh, it's whatever. I'm like, I'm not. My page isn't really growing. I'm posting like 4 or 5, maybe 6 times a week. Kind of like, what's going on, right? And I had this conversation with someone else who's also in the same space, and they're like, I post 100 times a month. I'm like, 100 times a month, bro? How's that even possible? I'm posting 5 times a week. That's what, 20 times. This guy's like, yeah, 100 times a month, 30 times here, uh, 30 times here, 30 times there. No, he's like 100 times a month on one platform. I'm like, how is that possible? He said, I post 3 videos a day. I'm like, 3 videos a day? What the fuck? That's insane. And dude was like, you literally just have to increase the amount of output that you're doing, and you'll see more results. And I went home that day and I was like, fuck, he's right. I could definitely increase my output. I was doing it before. And then I started. So for the past 7 weeks, I've been posting 3 times a day. And lo and behold, what the fuck happens? Business goes up. The amount of people that are seeing my stuff goes up. The amount of people that are following me go up. More people are reaching out for coaching and getting better results from my people. And it's just like, all you had to do was do more of the thing that you were already doing. And it felt so hard at first. It felt so hard. When I was posting 5, 6 times a day, I was like, dude, this feels like a lot. But now I post 3 times a day, I'm like, damn, I was fucking jacking off for 5 hours earlier. I had to. There's no other way because the amount I put out is so much higher than what I was doing before. But it's like I didn't realize I could work to the standard till I actually put myself in the position to get to that standard. And till I expose myself to people who are also already doing that, right? That's why it's very, very important for you to increase your standards by surrounding yourself with people who are already doing what you want to do. Because at the end of the day, that's the only way you're going to realize, oh, I'm not doing a lot. And you're going to quickly, quickly realize not that this person is luckier than me, or that this person's in a different situation than me, or that this person has this advantage or that advantage. At the end of the day, the people that go out and get it go and put in the extra effort that the people who are not willing to go get it. Obviously, people have different starting points, right? People are going to be more genetically blessed. People are going to have certain talents that you're not going to have. And I realized that very quickly when I first started lifting, because I don't have the greatest physique, right? I don't have a spectacular physique where people are like, holy fuck, I want to look like that guy. But when I first started, I remember I'd go to Cassie Campbell, and every Friday, all the kids from the high schools would come, and it was like Friday. I think it was like free or whatever. So all these kids would come and they'd test out their best bench press. And these kids would only come on Friday. Me, going to that gym since like 8th grade, I would try to go multiple times a week because I'm like, yo, these fucking idiots, they just come and work out on Fridays. I'm going to just work out more often than them and get better results. So I do that. Sure, my nutrition wasn't on point, but theirs wasn't either. Sure, I wasn't sleeping properly, but theirs wasn't either. Within like 3 months, these guys that were a little bit behind me in terms of bench press when they first started, within 3 months, these guys are like bench pressing a plate in like grade 9, grade 10. Plate 25, 225. I'm like, man, my ass has been doing this multiple times a week for now a year, for 2 years, still kind of half-assing it, but just like, these kids are lapping me. I didn't bench a plate until the senior year of high school. And I was actually trying. And at the time, I was like, I'm doing something wrong. And for sure I was. But I blamed it so much on this person has this going for them. This person has that going for them. They're so much better. But what I couldn't internalize was that, yes, these people had an advantage. They were getting significantly stronger than I was, doing some, frankly, retarded strategy. But what that meant for me, and why I kept giving up, was that at the end of the day, I can't control that. I can't control that they're making these crazy gains. All I can control is that I could do shit a lot better. I could eat so much better. I could recover so much better. I could train so much smarter. And that forced me to be in the position where I am now, years down the line, where I probably have to fight and claw for like scraps of gains that other people can get just eating fucking McDonald's every day. Because that's the first piece of advice I ever heard when I got to the gym. Is like, bro, just bulk up by going to eat McDonald's. Think about how brain dead that advice is. That's what I received. And I quickly realized for myself that like, that wasn't the case. I'm going to have to work a little bit harder. So when it comes to other avenues, like this coaching business that I'm trying to build, or like school, or whatever it is, I quickly realized like, yo, there's going to be people out there that are just going to crush it for no reason, right? But like, if you really want to make this something where you're good at, you want to do it long term, you want to earn, it's like, you got to put in the blood, sweat, work, and fucking tears to make that shit a reality. Because at the end of the day, like, once you start taking full responsibility of what's going on around you, is when you can have like, you can be at peace with how much you're getting or how much you're not getting, because you know you can do better, right? And hold yourself to that certain standard. So, where am I going with this fucking rant? It's that if you're feeling like you're not making progress in a certain aspect of your life, you need to, one, quantify what the fuck you're doing. You need to surround yourself with people that are doing well in that aspect of your life, and you need to be able to bridge the gap. And surround yourself with multiple people, not just one person, because you could just be around that one dude who eats fucking McDonald's all the time and makes like 1 billion times the gains that you are making, right? Or you could be around people that are like actually doing a fucking lot more than you, and that's what it takes to succeed. So, expose yourself to new standards. Hold yourself to a higher standard. I promise you, the more you do, the more you'll get out of it for long enough. Coach Kegs, catch you in the next one.